I'm not a medical professional. I'm not giving you medical advice. I'm just sharing my story and my truth with you in order to help you on your journey, okay? So listen, don't be talking about Tamika said, no, listen, you better seek God for wisdom and go to your doctor. Baby, I'm going to tell you like it is. Hey boo, welcome back to my channel, My Mustard Seed Faith. It's your girl, Tamika Renee. I am so elated that you are here with me. Make sure you pause, like this video, comment where you're watching from. Let's get into today's message. Let's get into it. There are many complications from dialysis, and let me tell you, I have experienced them all. Just about, except for death. I haven't died. Glory be to King Jesus. I'm still here, right? I'm sitting here talking to you. I haven't died. That's the complication. But let me tell you, a lot of the complications I've experienced, your girl has experienced them. Some have been brought on myself. Some I didn't know. But needless to say, we're going to get into this list today. So let's get it. When you do dialysis, there are needles, hemodialysis rather, there are needles that are inserted in your arm, your axis, right? That's what we call this axis, right? There's needles inserted here. When they stick those needles in there, they tape it down. That's not permanent, so you can move and shift those needles around. And you can infiltrate your arm, meaning you can cause that needle to go through your arm, the vein in your arm, the fistula that you may have, or the graft that you may have, which is a plastic tubing that they put in to create like an artificial artery system, right? So that they can retrieve the blood from your body and clean it. If you infiltrate your arm, it's going to cause you problems. Why? Because bleeding, there's going to be bleeding. Blood is going to come out. It's going to seep out internally, and it's going to cause you issues. You're going to swell. You're going to have bruising all over the place, and it's going to be painful when they cannulate or stick your arm. So ain't nobody got time for that, okay? Be still. When you're on the machine, don't be moving around. Listen, I'm a pro at it. Now, unfortunately, I can keep that arm still, honey. I can be sitting here typing on my computer with one hand. So be still. Just imagine I'm here on the machine. This is how my arm looks on the machine. It's literally extended and it's pretty calm. I don't move it around. I do everything I need to do with this hand until it's time for me to go. So keep your arm still. Cramping. There's many reasons as to why you cramp. The number one culprit to cramping is drinking too much fluid, okay? When you come in there with all that fluid on, it's going to cause you to cramp. Them pulling too much fluid off of you at one time will oftentimes cause you to cramp, and it's no fun. Another way that you can start cramping is if they're trying to pull off fluid that you simply don't have on. So just be mindful of that. Be your own advocate. Speak up for yourself. If you know you haven't been drinking that much fluid, then, listen, this fly is so disrespectful. We're going to get finished. We're going to get finished with this. He going to get it just as soon as I get off this, or she, because it could be a she. She or he, it is going to get it. But yeah, make sure you be your own advocate. See, that fly tried to make me lose my train of thought. Be your own advocate. Right? If you know you haven't had that much fluid, then don't let them pull off 1 kilo or 2 kilo or whatever they're trying to do. Just pull off the rinse back, right? And keep it simple. Trust me, thank me later. If you start cramping, the sooner the better. You need to alert a nurse or a tech and tell them, hey, turn off my UF. That's just the ultrafiltration. There's a button on there that they can press to tell the machine to stop pulling fluid from your blood, right? It's just going to clean your blood or cleanse your blood instead of cleansing and removing the excess fluid. Because if you're cramping, a lot of times there isn't fluid there, so they can just hit that button and alleviate that issue for you. Manage your fluids, okay? Now, normally for dialysis patients, they want us to have anywhere from 32 ounces, a maximum of 32 ounces a day. So try to adhere to that. Now, I know because I'm in hot Atlanta, honey. I'm in Georgia, okay? It gets hot here, so I get it. Got a few, so let me get my glasses here, honey, because I wrote some down to help you. So hold on. And I'm sitting here like, honey, listen, okay. Tips to help you manage your fluid restrictions. Make sure you got a special cup. This is me from the future, so excuse my morning voice. Look, these are a few of my favorite cups. This is my hydro flask. It keeps things cold. I know it's 24 ounces. This is another one of my favorite cups. It's I think it's about 20 ounces, if I'm not mistaken. And these maybe 16. These are my favorite, but I always drink out of these because I know exactly how much fluid I'm ingesting. And this, I know this is about a cup. This is what I drink a lot of good juices and stuff out of. But mainly, these are my cups. I know exactly the sizes of them. So try to get something in your life that is going to help you measure how much you're having for the exact day, right? I know this is pretty much all I need to have in a day, plus this, if that makes sense. Like this will be it for one day, okay? All right, let's get back to the video. Your special cup is your cup that you know the amount of ounces it is, and it's yours to keep you on track. So use it. Try frozen grapes. Try frozen pineapple, whatever fruit that you like to eat that is low in potassium and low in phosphorus. Freeze it and use it when you're thirsty. And it's a nice frozen treat, and it's not going to build you up with fluids that you don't need. Try hard candies as well. They are perfect to just pop in your mouth when you're feeling thirsty, and they kind of alleviate that urge to go and drink something that you ain't got no business drinking because you're already over your fluids anyway. Ain't nobody got time for fluid overload. Because ain't nobody got time for cramping. Trust me, I've been there, done that. You don't want those cramps. You don't want those cramps. You don't want those cramps. So drink the amount of fluid you're supposed to have and don't go over. I know it's easier said than done, but you can do it. I know you can do it because I do it. You can do it. Managing your fluid intake includes anything like jellos, ice cream, anything that's liquid, soups. Think about anything that's liquid. You need to, in that 32 ounces that you need in a day, you must include these items as well, okay? So be mindful of what you're putting in your mouth and what you're ingesting, because guess what? The machine will tell on you, and you gonna have a hard time when you go into dialysis because you're gonna be cramping, honey, and tap dancing and hollering like tomorrow ain't coming. Trust me, been there, done that. Dialysis naturally will lower your blood pressure. Not much, but it does. So be mindful that your blood pressure can drop. Hypotension, H-Y-P-O, hypotension is the lowering of your blood pressure. So guess what? You don't want to take medicines that the doctor has not given you permission to take if you're going on dialysis. Why? Because your blood pressure is going to bottom out. And it's like, yo, when you stand up, you're going to fall back down. Ain't nobody got time to be picking you up off the floor and dialing 911 to get you rectified. Okay? So take it from me and do what you're supposed to do. And be mindful. Check your blood pressure if you can before you go to dialysis. If you tend to take medicines before you go, check it. Just check it to see what it is before you go, because you may not need it until after your treatment. And let me pause here and tell you, I am not a medical professional. I'm not giving you medical advice. I'm just sharing my story and my truth with you in order to help you on your journey, okay? So, listen, don't be talking about, Tamika said, no, listen, you better seek God for wisdom and go to your doctor. Baby, I'm going to tell you like it is. Next. An air embolism is simply when air gets in the bloodstream. God did not design for air to be in our bloodstream, period. So when they stick needles in your arm, if you do the hemodialysis in center or at home, wherever it may be, make sure when they stick those needles in and they pull your blood all the way down, when they twist the little nozzle to help to take gravity and pull your blood down, make sure there isn't any air in those lines. You don't want air in those lines. Why? Because it can cause an air embolism. And ain't nobody got time for that, because you got work to do. God has work for you to do. You got to be alive and well. So you got to check your lines every single day, right? Before you go to sleep, if that's what you choose to do, because that's your business, make sure you check those lines for air to ensure that you don't get an air embolism. Because why? You wouldn't know. You'll be dead. I've had it all happen. Even with me one time, I've had, and this was recently, and I've been on dialysis for years. Air went into my line. And I would say this, if some air get in there, don't freak out. And there was a nurse that I talked to. She had been a nurse, or she is a nurse for over 20 plus years. And she told me that some air in your bloodstream won't kill you. It's when it's a lot, right? And we had some type of malfunctioning with the machine, and some air did get into my machine before she could stop it. And I'm alive to tell you. So that's that. Yo, God's hand has been on my life, because I'm still here to tell y'all this stuff. Like, yo, I'm here. I've experienced it all, okay? All the complications, just about. Even passing out, I've experienced it. But that's a whole nother story for another day. Expect to have a new way of eating. You can't eat all that cheese and peanuts and nuts and seeds and beans and colas and stuff that's so good. You can't do that anymore. You cannot. You cannot. If you want to be healthy on dialysis, you have to adhere to that renal diet. There's a reason for it. Trust me. Trust me. I'm telling you now, I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of death. I've seen a lot of complications that did not have to be. And I've seen so many people endure things that they never had to, had they just stuck to the renal diet. Period. Do what them dietitians tell you to do. Nobody talks about this, but it's so true. Expect to grieve. The Holy Spirit had to reveal this to me December of 2023, that I needed to grieve my kidneys. And I'm like, what? Mr. Jesus, grieve my kidneys for what? They don't work. And I've been praying for you to help me. He had to remind me, listen, the healing is already there, but there are some things that I need to uproot in you in order to get you to the place I'm trying to take you. So grieve your kidneys. Grieve the loss of your kidneys. It's not going to be like this forever. I just want to tell you that, boo. It's not going to be like this forever. Keep the faith despite what you see. Do what you can do, and God is going to do what you can't do, right? Whether for you, your journey is a transplant. Whether for you, you're not healthy enough to receive a transplant, so you have to stay on dialysis. Or whether you're like me, you're a person who's seeking God for healing in our kidneys too. All right, boo. You made it to the end of this video. I'm so proud of you. Look at you, honey. You learning. You getting yourself together, because guess what? You have life to live. And you want to ensure that your life not only has purpose, but you're doing the things that God has called you to do. So you being here today is God's way of saying, I love you. I'm here with you. I'm sustaining you, and I'm helping you. So you keep fighting the good fight, boo. I love you, and God willing, I'll check you in the next video to restore the function of our kidneys. Glory be to King Jesus. From the future, dialysis is over for today. Have a beautiful, blessed day, honey. Look at my hair. You can't tell me nothing. Yes, you can't. Have a good one, boo. Love you. See you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. You made it to the end of this video. How cool and dope are you? Make sure, again, you like, comment, share. Let me know where you're watching from in the comments. I'm so glad you're here with me, and I'm just so thankful that you chose to click on this video to be blessed today. It was an awesome, awesome time serving you. God willing, I will definitely catch you in the next video. Peace.